época that you look for. Suena única, pero son tu fría. Diamond in the rough.
Hi, and welcome back to Artist IRL, a Setlist podcast. I'm Alexa Setlist. This is my guest host, Kyra Setlist, and we're Betlist.
We are Betlist.
Yes. Today we're joined by local artist Gisselle. Hello.
Hello.
We just filmed an episode of Mic Check. If you missed the live stream, no worries. The recording will always be live on YouTube the day after. For more information, visit setlistmedia.com and visit us on our socials. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. You know, just finished performing, which was awesome.
So good.
So fun to watch.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. How'd you feel when you were up here recording? performing?
Honestly, really nervous. I was sweating so bad because, I mean, literally, it's my first time performing in 6 years. But once I got in the groove of it, it was like really fun, to be honest. Yeah,
That's really
What?
cool.
Yeah.
We're honored to be your reintroduction.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know. Kyra and I were jamming out in the background.
Yeah, I saw you.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes.
It was so much fun. Yeah. So I know you kind of like bounce around different genres. Can you kind of talk about like the different sounds that you do?
Yeah, so I feel like it's kind of hard to explain because I am someone that likes to dive into different genres. But I feel like for sure if you want to put like a basis to like the genre that I usually do, it's usually pop music. And then it expands to hip hop, Latin, and then R&B, but everything kind of stays in the same realm, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like it's very pop based. Yeah.
Do you have any like musical influences that you had growing up or like even now too
Oh, yeah.
that shaped your sound?
Yeah, so many, to be honest. It's kind of hard to like, I guess, pick and choose.
Mhm.
It really just depends on the type of music. Because I feel like for like pop music, for sure, I'm very much inspired by like the 2000s, especially like Timbaland and like Nelly Furtado and like Justin Timberlake and all that. So that kind of whole like Y2K kind of sound, I'm very much inspired by. And then when it comes to like hip hop, you know, like I used to listen to like, no one's gonna like this, but I used to listen a lot to Drake and like Kendrick and all that, and a lot of different like hip hop artists, and then like Latin side, you know, again, it just really just depends on who, but like Selena, you know, I listen to a lot of Selena, and then a lot of Shakira, and yeah, it's hard to pinpoint because I definitely, my influences change because I can listen to like a new artist and I'll be super inspired by it, but then I'll like want to like go back and reference to other artists from the past, and I'm still inspired by it. So yeah, it's kind of hard to pinpoint. Yeah.
So when you started like as a singer-songwriter, did you do more of like covers first or did you start writing first? How was the process like?
Yeah, so I actually, when I was in high school, I like did like, I feel like what everyone kind of does, which is the whole like, sing in the bathroom kind of thing. And I started with covers for sure. I sang a lot of Beyonce songs. I love my queen Beyonce. It's very funny because she is just so amazing when it comes to vocals. I'm like, I can't believe I dared to put that out there in high school with my, you know, vocals. But no, I did a lot of covers and everything. And I was like tired of doing covers. I was like, no, like I really want to do music. Like I want to be the one singing these sorts of songs. How do I do that, you know? And then did my research and I was like, oh, you got to like produce or find like beats. And I'm like, oh, okay, where do I find that? And how do I not like spend like the $2 that I have? Because like I'm a kid. Like where am I going to get money for that?
Yeah.
So
Right.
I did a lot of research and I ended up on YouTube like every kid does. And I did just research and I ended up learning like so much when it came to, I literally locked myself in my room for like months just to learn. And I mean that's when I started doing like even my, like the most like original like beats that like my first beats and everything, and I was like, okay, this is like kind of cool, but like it doesn't sound the way I want it to, you know, it doesn't sound like these artists. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep learning. And I was like, okay, like that came with like songwriting and everything. But I didn't really like learn and develop until I met my mentor. So I was again about to graduate high school, and I was like, oh, okay, like I really like this. I want to do music. I just want to be better, and I don't know how to do it, but how, you know? So again, the only thing I could do is my research, you know? So I did research, and I ended up coming across this program called She Is a Music. I think they're in collaboration with Billboard, but if not, sorry. But they are basically their own like foundation, basically, where they encourage young women to get into the music industry.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then it's like multiple fields too. It doesn't just have to be songwriting or music. It's like they did tour aspects of tour, you know, A&R kind of things, the more business side stuff too. So they paired up mentors with mentees, and you had to apply. And once you got selected, again, you would get paired up with someone. So I was like, oh, like great, I really want to do this, you know. So I ended up applying, and thankfully I got it. And funnily enough, it was like they gave you like a questionnaire of like, okay, what genres do you like to do? What do you really want to do? What area of music? What genre? And I ended up putting, oh, I really want to do production. And I saw on there, I was like, oh, it says K-pop. And I was like, oh, I love Korean pop music. And I was like super into it. And I was like, I loved the music. I loved the visuals, everything about that world. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to put K-pop because I could see myself like writing and producing for that, you know? I ended up selecting that. And then I got paired up with my now friend and my mentor, Alina Smith. And from there, I learned so much just from that program alone. It was just a summer-long thing. And we ended up clicking really well. And after the program was over, she ended up taking me basically under her wing and really just showed me the ropes of everything. And from there, it took me a while, but like I developed so much in terms of production, songwriting, and the music industry in general. And, you know, within like that whole like K-pop world, it really helped to develop skills to then go into different genres, as in, you know, American, more Western leaning stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love to hear about women supporting women that way. Yeah. And you know, it is March. It's Women's History Month. So I want to ask, what is it like for you just being a woman in the music industry?
Honestly, it's hard because I feel like I can't compare like my experience to what many women have experienced, you know, in the past. Says, you know, realistically, I'm fresh to the industry. You know, I've been in the industry for like over 6 years now, but you know, there have been women who have faced a lot of struggles from being in it so much longer. But I will say, like, now there is a lot that has improved. I think that there's a lot more to go, definitely. But I feel that I'm very lucky to have entered the industry when I did, because I ended up, you know, in the right arms, I guess you can say, you know, the right hands, you know, of women who have faced so much struggle and, you know, got to experience the industry in such a different way that it was nice to have their experience to kind of feed off from, of kind of just like, okay, I want to stay away from that. But also, that's so cool. I can't believe you learned that, you know, and I get to learn that because you got to experience the good or the bad of that. I think it's still like very challenging because I feel like, especially when you're doing artist projects and things like that, it's very hard as a woman because, at least for me personally, it's a little bit more difficult because it's like, okay, like there's so much to consider for me, you know? Oh, I want to look good on camera. I, you know, have to put time in, you know, my hair and my makeup and my outfits and, making sure that every single time I do something, it's always something new, because I'm worried people are going to get like bored of, something. It's like always having to kind of like reinvent yourself every single time you drop something or you put out a project. I think that's the only thing that like I definitely think comes from like societal pressure when it comes to like women specifically in the industry, feeling like you are always like have extra eyes on you, and you have to like now be more conscious about how you look and how you appear, and not to say, men don't face that struggle. I'm sure there's a lot that do, but it's just a lot different for women, I think.
It's just different.
Yeah. But it's like so awesome to see how much you've like overcome those challenges and like these like stereotypes and these like just evil voices in your ear,
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's mostly stemming from myself, Yeah, yes, there's outside voices that, can be more positive, but I think that it does stem from we just as women, when we do enter more male dominated fields, we feel like we always have to be 5 steps ahead. We feel like we have to be 2 times, more on it than everyone else in the room, because we already feel like we're at a disadvantage,
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I did hear too that you were featured on a Spotify playlist too back in a few years ago. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? That's really awesome.
Yeah, that was literally, again, one of the most like best moments of my life. It's just to be like, wow, like, to be on a Spotify playlist, and it was for, I think it was literally like Women's Day or Women's Month, like,
Love that.
but it was just like awesome to see that, opportunities like that can happen for other young women, especially freshly new that are entering the industry. But yeah, I didn't know you guys saw that.
Yeah, sure. Did you have like any idea like I guess going back to the past of like you in high school, like locked away in your room, like locking in all that stuff. Like, did you have any idea that you're going to be here today and like have your own EP coming out soon and being featured on a playlist, like all these different like awesome opportunities?
Honestly, it's so funny because no, like, absolutely not. I think I dreamed of it, but I didn't think it could happen because I didn't grow up like seeing that around me. I didn't grow up seeing anyone around me do any of that. So for me, it was like, oh, that's so cool, but like, I don't think that can happen for me, which is something I wish someone would have told me, not to think that way. And I think it's important, especially for like young Latina girls, it's like important to know, like, just because you grew up a certain way and because of your background, because, your financial background, any of that, it's like, no, like that shouldn't stop you from wanting more, and it shouldn't stop you from believing that you can get somewhere. And I definitely did not expect at all to even, like, it's like the most simple things, even the idea of making a song, right?
Yeah.
When I was a kid and I'm like singing in the living room with like a hairbrush or the remote, using it as my microphone, pretending I'm on stage, I've always wanted to like make a song, but I never thought that was possible,
Yeah.
But it's cool to think when I look on it now, I'm like, wow, like, okay, like it took time, and it took hard work, and like I'm still learning to this day, I'm still trying to get better and put myself out there. But I'm like, oh, it's so cool to see how far, certain skills and things have developed from then into now. Like it is cool to see. And it's like, no, I definitely didn't expect it. But I think deep down, I always knew, I was like, oh, like, no, like this, I want to do music. Like, this is for me,
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yes, I love Latina woman. Yeah, no, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about your EP too. So I know we viewers got a sneak peek of what that was going to sound like.
Yeah.
But if you could talk a little bit about the process behind creating it, kind of what were your steps into like making that whole thing together?
So it's actually really funny because or not funny, but just when I dive into that, I for the longest, again, was partaking in so many different cultures, which I'm very blessed to have been a part of, you know, taking, you know, into account of how many different people I've met. And I'm like, oh my God, like I never would have thought, you know, I would have been in that culture, met this person and that person. But I definitely feel like somehow along the way, I almost like forgot my own identity. Especially like, and I know, you know, hopefully a lot of songwriters can relate to that. When you are writing for other people, you kind of forget about yourself as an artist, even though you do obviously apply yourself as an artist in that situation. But I, for the longest, like prioritized that. But I always knew deep down, I was like, no, I want to do my own artist stuff. I want to do my own project, you know? But again, I wasn't definitely not skilled enough and I didn't have the resources or any of that, you know? But I definitely came to a point, and I think it also comes with like getting older too, is like, I was like, oh, like, you know, I really want to showcase more of myself because I know, you know, all my skills have developed and, you know I like this song and I feel like I just want the world to hear it, you know? And, you know, specifically with like the EP and it being in Spanish, like growing up, so my first language was Spanish. You know, my dad is from Nicaragua and my mom is from Mexico. And obviously growing up, it's a mix. Like I'm hearing Spanish all the time, hearing English too. It's very much mixed, but I'm very, you know, grew up in my culture heavily. But definitely when I was in school, I ended up losing my Spanish a lot just because naturally, I think when you are, you know, put into the school system, you know, they naturally just want you to focus on the English stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously with my friends, I was like just speaking English, even though I did know Spanish, but I definitely lost my Spanish, you know?
Yeah.
And I think once I like left that school system and the more I was like growing up and like even just like going to work and like being put in workplace situations, I came across like my own people, you know, people who needed someone to speak their language because no one else could understand. And, you know, shout out my mom. She's the one who told me, she was like, you need to get back to your roots. Like you need to learn Spanish. You know, she's like, you're going to continue to come across so many people in work that are going to approach you because you're the only person that can understand, you know? She's like, it's important for you to know your own language, basically, you know? Yeah. So I honestly put myself to study a lot. And thankfully, from studying and from like speaking in work and then also speaking more at home, by the time I was in college, I was already like pretty much back into my Spanish. But I was still, I had never written a Spanish song. And I was like afraid. Definitely afraid because I was like, I don't want to get judged. Like, you know, they're gonna call me pocha. Like, I don't want to be called, you know. Yeah. Like my dad says he made up a word for me. He was like media lengua, like, you know, because you know my Spanish till to this day isn't perfect, you know. But I was so afraid of that, and I also wasn't sure how to like incorporate Spanish music into my own artist stuff because again, like I feel like I've dived into so many different genres and I have a very like specific style that I feel like I like. And I was like, wait, how do I do that how do I sound the most authentic I can be, you know, without trying to just make Spanish music? Like that's just not authentic to me to just do that just to do it, you know? Yeah. I'm like, no, I want it to be authentic, you know? So, you know, even within the past few years, I was like, okay, I really want to do a Spanish project and I'm ready. You know, I feel like I'm well versed in my Spanish stuff, but you know, still, I don't know. Again, just afraid of judgment, you know? Yeah. And I feel like a lot of, you know, kids that come from our background will understand because, you know, especially if you grew up here in the United States, you know, and you're so used to just English speakers around you, but your family is from Spanish speaking country. Like it is hard because sometimes you feel like you're not good enough here nor there, you know? You feel like, okay, like, yes, I'm Latina, but at the same time, like here, they're telling me I'm too Latina.
Yeah.
Well, then if I go over there, you can tell me I'm too American, you know? So it's definitely that like hard place of like, okay, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't, you know? And I think that's obviously I grew up like that. And that's in my head was there. It's just being like, oh, well, I don't know if I can. Like, I'm just scared.
It's definitely imposter syndrome. Like, for sure. Like,
exactly.
It's just like, I don't know. I feel like all it takes is just like confidence and keep being like, just like true to your tongue too. Because I feel like we get sometimes people come in and they only speak Spanish and I'm like, fuck, I don't know professional Spanish. And I have to text her mom. Yeah, because I was trying to tell like this one lady that came in. Well, first she thought it was like guitar classes. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like we're tenemos cámaras. No, but I feel like I have the basics down. But as soon as it came to me saying membership, I'm like, necesitas un membership.
I was like,
she was like helping you.
Yeah, she was.
I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm over here. Like, I got so much better in Spanish. I don't know how to say that. I'm telling you right now, I don't know how to say that either.
It doesn't come up often.
Yeah. I know. I'm trying to quiz Kyra too, just so she can get it down in case I'm never her or I die one day.
No, literally, what am I gonna do?
I know. Yeah.
No, but it's so true. You know what I mean? And it's like, so in general, you know, it's just it's hard when you're, you know, like you said, growing up, even with the Spanish that I knew, it wasn't like textbook Spanish. It was like I grew up, you know, with what my family was speaking, which is imperfect Spanish, but that's just how we grew up, you know? But I definitely was like, oh, I really want to write in Spanish. You know, I'm like, I don't know, that's what I listen to, you know? I'm listening to all this Spanish music, but also listening to other things, you know? But I'm like, how do I blend all of this, you know? Because I feel like, you know, I had a really important conversation with some songwriter friends of mine, and we were just talking about, you know, our own artist projects and the things we really want to do and like our goals. And I was like, oh, like I really want to, you know, develop my artist stuff. Because I feel like I've been focused on, you know, writing for others that I haven't written for myself like that. And we had a really, you know, big conversation on, you know, authenticity and just how that's literally the best way to go about these things. And I was like, okay, well, what does that mean for me? You know, it's kind of hard because it's like, you know, as I just turned 25, you know what I mean? And I've been doing this since I was 17. Like, what is authentic? You know, I was here and then I was not here. I was in Los Angeles and, you know, partaking in, you know, other cultures and meeting these other people. Okay, but what is my authentic version of myself, you know? Because I'm like, I know what I like, but also like I'm not fully one thing, you know? And I think that's something that I have discovered and am discovering is like, no, like it's okay to be multiple things, you know? I personally don't feel like I'm only Spanish music or English music. It's like, no, I blend both, you know?
Yeah.
I come from writing for K-pop, for Korean artists and Asian artists. Like I also have a lot of their influence in my music as well, you know? And I was like, okay, well, how do I blend everything, you know? And I was like, honestly, the best way to do it is just do that. Like, I'm not going to stick to a rule book. I'm not going to... do something that other people are doing. I can have references, but I'm not going to, like, I guess, conform to just being something I'm not. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I want to try this out. So that's when I ended up, you know, doing some of the songs. And I was like, okay, let me just blend everything together. That's why a lot of the songs are Spanglish. Like, they're not... There's like one or two songs that are like fully Spanish, but I'm like not even like the B is like very heavily like Western but Latin, but you know, even some K-pop influences in there, and I'm like, that's just me, you know. And again, a lot of the other songs are Spanglish. Like I was like, yeah, that's the best way I'm gonna write in Spanish. Like that's how I speak.
Yeah, it's
you know,
like true to you. It's real.
Exactly. You know, I can't, you know, sit here and write only Spanish, you know. I want to if I can, but I don't think my Spanish is good enough for that.
You're doing that.
Yeah, you are doing good.
We'll get there, you know. No, but this is again the first step I guess, into me trying to be my most authentic self. Is the whole point of the EP. And I'm still discovering that, you know. I feel like even like now, because like the EP's done and I'm gonna, you know, release it, but I'm working on other stuff right now. And I'm like, even the things I'm working on now, I'm like, a lot of some of it's in Spanish, some of it is not. Even one of the songs on there, you know, it's in English.
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't know. I'm from both worlds, you know? And again, I feel like a lot of kids that grew up similar, you know, to us can understand that. You know, that's just how it is for us. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you found like a good niche, like where you are now with your sounds. Like you blended everything good. Like you're not fit in a box, like you said. So
Thank you.
Multi-genre baddie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, because that's me, you know? Like I unfortunately don't want to be one thing. I wish it would be easier. It would be easier. But yeah.
I get you. I'm like, biracial? I get you. Yeah.
See, understand.
Yeah, that's dope. I have a question.
Okay.
$1 million question. How'd you feel about Bad Bunny Bull?
Pivotal question. Yes.
Listen. Instagram launched the repost feature. You go take a look. I didn't repost anything.
You and that button.
Yeah.
Like this, dude.
Now that I didn't care to repost anything. I didn't repost anything. Bad Bunny was announced Super Bowl. Repost.
Right.
Bad Bunny repost.
Immediately.
Lady Gaga, Bad Bunny, repost.
Right.
Bad Bunny Bowl. Which camera? Benito, if you're watching, amazing job.
Benito, come on Setlist.
Setlist.
Please, Benito.
Benito,
I could
collab
be a
with me one
plant.
day.
Right. I'd be like,
You could be grass. Yes.
I'm like, they're gonna pull up this interview one day. You want to know something so funny, actually? Okay, so my roommates that I lived with in Los Angeles are professional dancers.
okay.
And so they always get like the links for like auditions and things like that. And obviously they would like, they auditioned for like the Super Bowls and things like that. And I forgot which Super Bowl it was, but they had sent a link for, to sign up to be a part of the crowd that is down there. And so I don't know how, but I got on their mailing list still. And they ended up sending me an email saying, if you want to be a part of Bad Bunny's.
Do you want to be a plant?
They didn't even say that. They just, I mean, not to like spill, but like they were like, if you want to be a part of Bad Bunny's thing, here are the requirements. First requirement I saw, it was like, you have to be 5'7" or taller. I said, okay.
What? I thought
Whoa.
5'9". I'm like, Wyatt and Kai are both 5'9". No.
Listen, I could have been that plant.
You could have.
I'd have been like,
could have.
No, it was like 5'7" or taller. And I was like, oh man, all right.
That's
I would have been in
criminal.
there.
Yeah, I was like, but then I was like, okay, Benito, I love you.
I was like, fuck y'all.
Sorry guys. You don't have a plant.
So obviously I didn't submit to that.
Uh-huh.
But it didn't have any details. It didn't say what you were going to do.
Yeah.
It just said that. And I was like, oh, well, I'm out of that. Like, I'm not 5'7" or taller than that. And then I see in the Super Bowl all the grass people. And I'm like,
That could have been you.
that could have been me.
You could have brought your botas out.
That's what I'm saying. You're better than me. I would have brought stilts. Like,
It's
I would have been
electric.
that. Right.
SpongeBob, yes.
It's close to being next to Benito. Oh. No, but he did a really amazing job. I felt very, very inspired after watching that performance. I think especially because I had already again been internally like struggling with the whole like, okay, like, what is the most authentic version of myself?
Mm-hmm.
And to, sometimes it's hard because, there's that internalized kind of, but what if I'm not good enough? What if, where I come from, and who I am and how I grew up, what if that's, in other people's eyes, not good enough, But to see like your own culture represented on such a big stage and represented well You know, like when I saw the little kid sleeping on the chairs and then he was woken up, I was like, that was me. At the quinceañeras, at the wedding, that was me. I was sleeping on the couch, on the chairs. There's no couch actually. So it's just like, it was so cool to see that, you know? Because it's like, no, like we don't really get to see that represented a lot, you know?
Yeah.
So to answer the $1 million question, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Yeah, I loved it.
I only tuned in for halftime. That is all I
Oh,
saw.
I don't remember who was playing.
That's so
all.
fair.
I'm
The
sorry.
game was boring as fuck anyway. He did not miss much at all. Mm-mm.
I don't remember who was playing, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
One of them.
Somebody. Benito.
Yes, and he won.
He won the
He
Super
did.
Bowl. That's
He
what I'm
was
telling you.
playing against Lady Gaga.
Oh my God. When she came out,
Dude.
I started crying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was like,
She said, mi gente latina.
I was like, no, when she hit her little moves, I was like, ooh,
I know. Like Miss
Latina
Stephanie.
mommy.
And the couple that got married.
Oh my god!
So
I didn't know that was real until
Right.
after.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that was real either. And then I
Yeah.
saw that after. I was like, I'm sorry.
So cutie.
I wish that that's like one way, you know, to do it. And like,
Yeah.
Do it.
you can tell your kids, I got married on live television
Yeah.
for Bad Bunny's Super
It's
Bowl.
crazy because I read that they try to invite Benito, like they sent out an invitation to them,
Oh,
and they were just like, "You can just come on the bowl."
Just go on the wall.
what?
come on.
Okay, I didn't know the details of it. I just,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
But at the
Crazy
same
like that.
time, I'm happy that it wasn't me. Why? Because then Benito would have saw me get
Right.
married to someone.
I bet, cover your eyes.
Yeah, I'm like, no, hold on. This is not real. This is not real right now. Shout out Lady Gaga.
Shout
Come
out.
on, set list.
Yes.
You're next. We're gonna get
Come on,
you.
Setlist.
Please. Yay. Well, okay, let me think. I have another question.
Okay.
So, if you were to be a mentor to someone, a young lady like you were once, what would you say to them? What's some advice you might have for them?
Honestly, it's so hard to answer questions like that because I'm like, I'm still like need help.
Yeah, like a baby.
I still
Still
look up.
baby.
Yeah, I still look up to people and like ask them for guidance and everything. But I think if anything, I can just carry on what I do know, which is I'm like, if I you know was speaking to someone that really wanted to get into music, I think I would just tell them all the things that put me down,
Mm-hmm.
like the opposite of that. Then I'm like, wait, hold on. What did I just say? You know, like what I was saying earlier, you know, of like telling myself, oh, like where I come from and, you know, my background and, you know, my appearance and things like this, like all those things, like, oh my God, like it's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would tell a young girl, like those things don't matter.
Right.
You know, like you are more than superficial things,
Mm-hmm.
but also your superpower is where you come from. Your superpower is how you grew up. Like that is going to take you everywhere you need to go. Because one thing I've learned definitely, like in the industry in general, is just being a simple, just good human being takes you further than anything.
It really
real.
does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you can work on your looks all you want, which is great. You know, that makes a lot of people happy. But it, you know, if you're, you know, the most beautiful looking person on the planet physically, you walk in a room and you know, you treat people horribly and people catch on to that, you know, no one's going to want to work with you, you know? So I think it's important to like know, you know, just be good. Like just be a good person.
Period.
Be a good person, be kind, and be yourself. Literally just be yourself.
Yeah.
I think people love that too. If whether you're writing for yourself, whether you're writing for other people, whether anything you're doing, even if you're not songwriting, even if you're doing a different thing in music, you know what I mean? Like there's A&Rs, it's like everyone just loves people they can connect to. And I think at the end of the day, that just comes from being yourself, being authentic and being a good person. Yeah.
Quote that. Clip that. Yeah. No, well, I'm going to pivot a little bit, but I really want to know what songs and or artists you've been obsessed with lately.
I'm so obsessed with so many people all the time. That's the thing. Okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to pull out my phone
Ooh.
and I'm going to check out top people that I've been listening to.
Yes.
Okay.
Show us on Spotify.
So actually, okay, I'll show you from like, let's say the Latin side, the Western side, and then the Asian music scene.
Ooh,
we'll do that.
multiracial,
Yeah, we'll do the different, So I've been listening to a lot of Argentinian artists for sure when it comes to Latin music.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, really love a lot of these artists. They are like definitely expanding what it means to make Latin music, I feel. They are, which is what I'm very much inspired by, it's just taking different genres and then adding, your own culture into it. And I think that's like really cool. And I've been listening to a lot of them right now, for sure. I'm listening to this new artist. His name's Fabro.
Ooh, okay.
He's like, I think he's up and coming. But I found him on TikTok.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, first of all, this music, what is this? This is so cool. It's like very, very R&B.
Oh, okay.
Very R&B, but in Spanish.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like really, really cool. Like I would check him out. He's really, really, really cool. And then I think on the Western leaning side, let's see. Oh, Zara Larsson. For sure.
Yes. What do you think about Stateside? I was bumping that when we were setting up.
She's just, first of all, I've always been a big fan of Zara Larsson. I've literally been listening to her since she did, what was it called? I'll never forget you, whatever. She did
That one.
her older songs. I love Zara Larsson. Let me tell you right now. Yeah, she's been in the industry for such a long time. And she's always been such a great vocalist. I'm like, I'm so happy she's getting her flowers.
Yeah.
And she's such a great performer.
Yes, a dancer.
Yeah.
Those
So
little
she
flips.
really, honestly,
Cartwheels.
inspired me. Because I'm like, girl, I cannot do the splits. I cannot do that. I can't do that. But you can. And I will gladly watch it.
Yeah, in front of like a Lisa Frank dolphin background. I love it. Her
No,
visuals, sick.
Her visuals are really cool. She definitely, she's killing it right now. And I think definitely in the Asian music scene. So there is this new K-pop group. Where is it? There's this new K-pop group from a company called More Vision. What's the song? Oh, there we go. So they're called Long Shot. And I think it's 4 members, and they're four young kids. But I really like their music a lot. Again, like a lot of it is a mix of Korean and English. But again, I love artists that step outside the genre that's expected.
Yeah.
And I really love their stuff because it's very, very R&B and hip hop leaning, but it's Korean and English, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's really cool. And there's a lot of like hip hop influence in it too, but it's very much more, it's stepping beyond that too. But I'm listening to a lot of them too. It's like always cool, I think, also to see like younger artists than you do such like new and cool, fresh things. Cause it's like, oh, like I'm not just inspired by people that are older than me. I can be inspired by people that are younger than me, you know? And I think that it's always cool to like be exposed to different sorts of, you know, people and like kinds of music. I'm definitely someone that enjoys different genres, different languages. Like if it's good music, I will listen to it, you know?
Yeah. True.
But definitely I feel like those 3 artists for sure right now. For sure.
Those are good picks, yeah.
Yeah.
You brought up K-pop, so I'm just wondering, what do you think of that one Cat's Eye song, Gang Gang?
Gnarly?
Yeah, you know exactly the one. What do you think about the lyrics?
I love Gnarly. I know there might be some opposed opinions in this building, but I love Cat's Eye.
They are cute. I like them.
I love Cat's
That
Eye.
Gap commercial. That
That
was really cute.
Gap commercial. No,
I
those
still
girls
think about
are
it.
those girls are really talented, and I proudly say when Gnarly came out, there was a lot of opinions about that song. I was the first one in the comments saying, "This is sick. This is fire."
Okay.
I loved it. But again, I come from the K-pop songwriting world,
Yeah.
so those lyrics are like that's what I was writing myself. Like we write, you know, those like kind of like more outlandish, stepping outside the box lyrics. But honestly, that's what makes like K-pop, you know. and I know they're a global girl group, but you know they are very much heavily influenced by K-pop. So you know it is hard if you're not a consumer, I think, of K-pop music to like understand it, like really, you know, because like it's your first time experiencing it, so you're like, whoa, you know,
Fried chicken, bag of Takis. Wait,
yeah, but it's like it's no, it's a cool song.
Yeah,
I ate it up.
Okay.
I know. I loved it.
That's
Gnarly.
Hello.
Yeah, I had a question. So, I really want to know how you got into contact with Sunmi and started making just content through there, like music.
Yeah. So Sunmi is a K-pop artist. She's definitely one of the OG like K-pop artists too. She used to be in a girl group herself, but she started doing a lot of her own solo stuff. And honestly, I think she was probably one of my first 3, if not my second K-pop cut in general. So she was like one of the first K-pop cuts that I had.
Yeah.
So it's like her release is like really special for me too, you know, because it's like it's always cool to like, you know, have a song written for someone that is like also themselves have been like experienced in the industry, because it's like, oh, it's cool, you know. But again, working a lot with my manager, Alina Smith, when it came to songwriting and mentor, like we did a lot of songs together after that, you know, whole mentorship kind of summer thing. And that was one of the songs that we wrote originally for a K-pop boy group, which is actually very interesting, because I feel like a lot of people probably don't know that, but we wrote it for a K-pop boy group. And I did it in my voice though, because at the time we didn't have anyone to like help us do like the vocals, and we're like, oh, it sounds cool, like let's send it in. And thankfully it came across to her and she really liked it, and it was special because again it was released specifically for Spotify's women's.
Yes.
Oh my god, I wish I had the name. I'm so sorry. But you know, specifically to celebrate women, celebrate women producers and songwriters working with women artists.
Period.
Yeah, so it was like it was awesome, you know, to be like, okay, like I took part in that. You know? Yeah,
you're like, that's me.
That's super cool. Have you ever had an experience where like you wrote a song for someone else and then you were like, wait, I want to keep it?
There's so many like that, I'm not gonna lie. But like obviously when I go into a songwriting session, it's like the expectation is like when you go in, it's like, oh, we're here to write for someone else, you know? Yeah. And again, because I feel like as artists, you do put yourself a little bit in everything, you know? Yeah. Everything you write, like you are putting your own little artist in there. So of course it's like, no, I don't want, you know. There's some songs, you know, I've written with like friends and I'm like, oh my god, I love this song, I want this song, but I'm like, no, like I can see another artist execute it just so much more than I can, you know. And I feel like that's rewarding also, not just when you write your own music and release stuff, but like part of the reason why I wanted to be a songwriter and a producer as well is because especially when I got into it specifically, you know, in the Korean pop music scene. And one of the things that really intrigued me was the visuals and the whole kind of combination of everything. It was like, first of all, music I've never heard before, really cool instrumentals, really cool songwriting that I've never heard before. Plus, you have, you know, these artists dancing so well on camera and their visuals are so cool and their styling. So it's just like the whole combination of everything, the execution of it is just so cool. And so for me, it's like, no, like, yeah, of course there's some songs where I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I would love to do this. Yeah. But I'm like, oh, I know if they, you know, sang it, this group sang it, or that artist sang it, they would just look so cool doing it, you know? And I think it's rewarding still, very much rewarding for me at least, you know? Yeah. So, you know, yes, there's songs that I'm like, I wish I could keep this. But I'm like, oh, at the end of the day, you know, I know if someone else takes it, it finds the right artist, like they're gonna kill it, and it's gonna make me happy. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably pretty cool to just be able to see your work being performed by someone else like that.
Mhm.
honestly, yeah, because it's like, oh my god, like, I don't know it. You know, because I feel like, you know, even if these artists, you know, pick a song you've written for them specifically, they are artists themselves, so
Right.
it's like they put a lot of themselves into it. And a lot of their own styles and their own, you know, sometimes, you know, you can write a demo and then the artists themselves, you know, will take part into, you know, switching some melodies and lyrics and things like that. So it's like, either way, there's like a part of them into it too. So it's cool to see like, oh, like something like me and, you know, the people that I worked with created, and like the result of it is like, oh, like the artists also put like so much of themselves into it. It's like, so it's like something new too. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say like when you listen to K-pop now, is it kind of, do you kind of like dissect it too, or do you just kind of enjoy it, or how do you kind of separate your brains?
I mean, in general, not just like with K-pop, but in music in general, I feel like I definitely like it depends on the song I'm listening to. Some songs, if I'm like mentally like exhausted, I'll just listen to it. But it's hard because it's like as musicians, you do tend to find yourself like analyzing songs, and like especially if I'm like if I listen to a song and I'm like, oh, I really like this song, I want to make a song like this. Okay, well now when I listen to it, I'm like picking it apart for like the pieces to see how to recreate it, you know. But with K-pop for sure, like it's a mix, you know. Sometimes I'll listen and I'm like just simply for enjoyment, and then sometimes I listen to it and I'm like analyzing it for work, you know. But again, not just K-pop, but like even other songs, you know, everything. It's like hard as a musician in general. You don't even have to songwrite for other people, but as a musician, like you tend to like dissect, you know, and that applies in any career. I feel like, you know, when you're in film, you know, if you're watching movies, you know, you're dissecting the scenes and, you know, the shots and all that.
You
You know?
figure out what cameras they're using on the violins, like how many switches y'all got?
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it applies in everything. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's all take a moment of silence.
It's okay.
No.
We need that sometimes, you know? A little.
We all just stare at each other. No, but do you have any icks in music, either in the music industry or listening to music?
Oh, yeah. Are there things I can't say? No, I'm just kidding.
I'll bleep it out.
You know, I tend to focus more on like the positive of things, you know, because I feel like if we focus too much on the bad stuff, it, you know, gets spiral. Like, oh no, everything's bad for me. No, but like obviously, like going back to what I was saying earlier, like one of like I guess my icks for the industry in general is like bad people.
Bad
You know,
vibes.
bad vibes, you know, because it's like you can, you know, in anything, it doesn't have to be just music. Anything in general, like you come across good people, good situations, bad situations. I definitely don't enjoy coming across people that don't line up with the type of person I like to be around, I guess you can say. Definitely that. I don't like the dark side of things, you know, because I know, again, thankfully, and I'm very grateful for the people I have around me. They've definitely have helped me to not have to experience some things that other people have experienced. But I've heard a lot of things from friends that have unfortunately experienced things. And, you know, I definitely don't like that side of it. I think it's, you know, easy to get taken advantage of when you don't know everything, you know, and when you're new and you're fresh and you're trying to learn, but like, you know, there's some people that, you know, aren't good people and they want to take advantage of that because they know they can get something out of you, you know, business wise or personally. And it's just like, you know, especially as like women, it's like a lot more common, you know, and I think, you know, that's definitely something I don't enjoy because I think that I just wish everyone can enter at the same level playing field, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, again, there's more positive to focus on, I think.
Yeah, and you definitely have to protect your energy and be selective about who you work with, I'm sure.
Exactly. That definitely has helped a lot, I think, for me too. Like I love meeting new people, but I definitely have, people that I have met, and I'm like, thankfully, I've come across so many good people, and just like people that I'm like, oh my God, like I'm so happy to have met you. I'm so happy that I get to know you for the rest of my life, even if we don't speak ever again. Like even the fact that we, experience this, small portion of my life, like I feel like, yeah, that's really great. And I think that that's the only thing really to focus on.
Yeah. Just be a good person.
Just be a good person.
It's the hard
camera again.
For real.
The more you know, rainbow coming out.
Just be a good person. Music industry lesson 101. Be a good industries lessons
All of them.
in general. Be a good person, please.
It'll get you farther, I promise.
Yep. Yep.
Well, yeah. I kind of want to talk about your time in LA too. So I know you were there for a few years, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How was
I
it?
there for like 4 years. Yeah.
Do you have any wild LA stories?
LA. My friends from LA that are watching this, they'll tell you I love LA so much. This is the thing. I go back and forth. I'm like literally, I visit LA and I come back to Fresno, visit LA, come back to Fresno. Right now, I'm living here, but I go back and forth.
Yeah.
Because I love LA. It's, again, growing up in just one place your whole life, really, and I'm sure this is for everyone. When you grow up one place, you want to go somewhere else,
Yeah.
It's not because there's anything wrong where you were. It's just, you just want to experience more,
Yeah.
And again, LA's like music capital. So it's like, that's where I wanted to be. Because it's like, yeah, like there's so many musicians there, people that are doing music. There's a lot there that, I really wanted to be a part of. And I actually ended up moving there right after graduation. Like literally the week after graduation, I was gone.
Fire.
Yeah. Listen, again, I'm not just, musician that moved to LA. No, was freshly 20-year-old girl moving away from her parents and everything she's known for the first time in her life,
Canon event.
Canon event.
You have to.
Yeah, because I went to college here, so it's like I was local. So it's like I didn't get to go to the college thing,
Yeah.
So
Experience something new.
yeah, like it in general, it's like what can I say about it? It's just like it was, as not just career wise, but like personally, because it's like I'm the young girl trying to figure out how to be an adult and a grown woman to grow into that in this new city, with people I've never met before. My family's not around the corner. My mom's not here to help make me some fresh food, Had to learn how to cook, had to learn how to do, take my car to get an oil change.
Important, especially on that 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Had to learn how to drive the multiple freeways.
God.
I'm like, here, God bless Fresno. There's only one freeway.
Literally.
And maybe 2.
Yeah.
LA, there's multiple. No, but I LA's, again, such a great experience because I got to experience meeting so many people again from different cultures, but also I got to experience so many different things. Like it was one of the things that I'm really into is dance. I'm not a professional dancer. I don't even dare call myself a dancer. I swear. I just love dancing. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah.
But I have some really cool friends that are professional dancers. And that was one of the first things that it really exposed me to was the dance world and the dance scene over there.
The grass.
All the grass people watching.
It was so
Shout out grass people.
cool. Oh my God. The first dance event that I went to was to watch my friend perform, and I was like, oh my God, this is step up in real life. Please.
Oh yeah.
It was my favorite thing in the world.
I love it.
Again, I've always loved dance. I've watched all the step up movies. Like I've watched Stop the Yard. Like
Yeah.
it's just in me. I love dance. My family loves to dance, But it was so cool to be exposed to that world because it's like I only knew what I knew,
Sorry.
I was gonna say bless you, but I was like, do you say that when people come? I was like, bless you.
Thank
Still,
you.
bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, it was like cool because I was like, oh my God, I'd never been exposed to this world before. And it's like, I don't think I would have if I didn't move to LA, you know?
Mm.
And not just that, like, there's so much more there, you know, being exposed to, you know, if you want to let's get personal here. I went to my first bar, you know, because I turned 21.
What bar was it?
Ooh, it was somewhere in WeHo, somewhere in West Hollywood.
Was it Barney's? Was it Tom Tom? Was it?
Oh, looks like someone loves going.
Someone was there for the 21st also.
Where'd you go?
Definitely Tom Tom. Don't really remember at all where I was. I just know I was there for real.
You're present.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Beaches.
Good time.
Leo Skeppy was there like a week after me. I was like, what the heck? Wait, sorry, there's dust in my throat.
Bless you.
Turn off the cameras right now. No one look
Cut
at
the
her.
cameras dead ass.
Protect.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay. Yes, but what would you say are like the differences between the music scene here versus LA?
I mean, it's very hard to say because it's like I just moved back, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like clearly, I mean, even just being here with you guys today, I'm like, it's expanding and there's so many more resources than when I was first, you know, living here my whole life, you know? But definitely, I think, again, just being more exposed to other creatives, I think is just, there's just more people there that are doing that specifically.
Right.
I think one of the things for sure that I like noticed like the difference is like there are sets there
Yes.
to film and to do all that. And like I really hope and I wish and I hope for, you know, that they expand that here too, you know, just to have some sorts of sets. And I think it'd be really cool because there's a lot of creatives here as well, not just musicians, but there's artists, there's photographers, there's people that want to do fashion here, you know? And I just, it's like when I have been living there for that long and I'm experiencing all these cool things, like I'm happy to experience them. But a big part of me is also like, oh, I wish like I can like show everyone else. I want other people to experience it too.
Yeah.
People that don't know that exists. People that want to experience something like that and they don't even know, you know? Like even like my family, like it's like almost like a guilt thing, you know? Like when I ended up going to Korea for my first time actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I went to South Korea.
How was that?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there twice now.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Gonna go next year. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can we
Korea,
come?
watch out.
Setlist Korea. That's amazing. Best food you had there?
Oh my God. They're gonna laugh at me, I swear. You know, if you consume Korean food or you are Korean, I know you're gonna laugh at this because it's like a snack food. It's not, I know. But I really, really, really like kimbap.
Kimbap's fire.
Kimbap, yeah.
The Trader Joe's one?
I love kimbap. Like that was my favorite thing. It was actually so funny because my friend and I had arrived to Korea. This was the second time we were there, not the first time. You'd think we would have it down, but we didn't, you know? We arrived to the hotel. We were so hungry. We were like, we need food. So, and we're used to here, you know, when we would get kimbap in LA, like you would order it and they would just give you like the little roll, you know? we go to this restaurant and we're like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. And I'm like, yeah, I'm
So hungry. I could eat Ben Setlist.
I eat everything. Like, I need food right now.
Yeah.
And they have like the touchscreen, you know, where you can go up to the cashier, you can order yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, us being like, well, I'm scared. I don't want to order in Korean. I'm scared, you know. And also, I'm not ready yet to do that. Let me just, you know, do this screen thing. And again, the screen is in Korean, and like my friend and I, we can't, you know. I understand Korean, a little bit. I can read it. Can I fully understand it? No. But I can understand it enough, but like not that much, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little bit in the in-between thing. But my friend, not at all either. So again, we're like looking at this here, we're guessing and feel like we're getting it down. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. Like, I'm just going to order 2 of these. I'm going to order 1 of these. And I was like, yeah, you know, they're little rolls. Like, perfect. And I was like, me too. Like, okay, I'm gonna get 2 because I'm just like, I'm hungry, but like, oh, I don't want to like fill myself up because what if we go somewhere later? Order myself 2. And the order goes to the front, you know, where the cashier is, and she, you know, she tells us, she goes, like, I don't even know how. Oh, I think it was we went to ask a question or we had to pay. Like, I think you just did it and you get a receipt and you go and pay. I don't remember how it was, how we ended up speaking to her, but she ended up telling us in English. She was like, are you sure? And we're like, are you sure? What? She's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 5. I don't know how many it was that we ordered. She's like, are you sure?
Well, she was calling you a big bag.
No,
That's crazy.
I thought she was. We thought she was. We were like, I'm sure. I was like, I'm sure. Give me these right now. Mind you, this poor sweet
like,
angel.
okay,
Sweet angel. She was actually trying to help us out, and we were just. We didn't understand. You know what I mean? Like, we were just like, what? Like, what do you mean? Are you sure? You know? She's like, okay, you know, I'm like, okay. So me and my friend are sitting down waiting for our food. And we're like, she's like, oh, for here to go. And we're like, oh, for here. I was like, okay. And I'm like, why is she asking us for here to go? I'm like, I'm gonna eat this in like 5 breaths, you know? We're sitting down. It's me with my friend, and I see the waiter is coming up to us with the plates of kimbap. And they're this big. Oh. And I was like, okay, then we're gonna get a plate each with like our 3. No. So the reason why she wasn't calling us big bags. She was trying to help us. Sweet lady. It was our dumb selves didn't understand, and we were just, you know, hangry. So we didn't order 5 individual or 6 individual things. We ordered 5, 6 plates of kimbap. So he comes up to us, and he's bringing out these big plates. And I start laughing because I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Like, and mind you, we're sitting right by, like, okay, if you've been to Korea or you haven't, so we were in Hongdae. So Hongdae is literally like, let's say like a very touristy part of here or LA, right? And let's say you're like on the main road and you're sitting at the window, the big window where everyone's passing by and they could see, you know? And he's bringing us these plates and we have this big table full of all of this. And it was like, it was fine. It was embarrassing. It was funny. What made it worse was there's this couple sitting behind us. And they turn around, they look at our plates, and they start laughing at us and pointing and laughing. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Dang. And on top of that, we're like, okay, we're just going to take it to go. You know, we're taking it to go. Mm-hmm. The reason why she asked us whether for here to go was also because they charge extra if you want to go. So when we told her, can we get things to go? She's like obviously annoyed with us because she's like, I asked you for a reason. And I also told you why you wanted 5 or 6 of those when we knew you weren't, you know. Again, she was very frustrated. Bless her soul. Whole point. Anyways, yeah. That's one of the most funniest stories, I guess you can say from Korea.
Shout out to that lady.
Shout out to her.
Sometimes a girl needs to eat.
Yeah, if you're still working there, she was trying to help us out so much. Oh my God. But we didn't listen. We were, we were dumb. We were just angry. I'm sorry. We were being big bags on that. We were.
How was it though? How was the food?
It was. What's your Keith Lee rating?
Say it again.
What's your Keith Lee rating?
Ooh, like rate it like 1 through 10. Oh, 10.
Fire.
11. Hold on.
Fire. I'm going to Korea, guys.
No, yeah, you should go to Korea. Korea's super fun, and the people there are just so amazing too. You know, I met so many incredible people, and to just see like. It's just like a different world, to be honest, you know, to step outside of your own culture and like what you know and to enter someone else's. It's like, it's really cool to see, you know, especially when you are in music. It's like, that was my first time being exposed to like actually being there. That was my first time out of the country
Wow.
in general. Yeah.
Really cool.
Like I think I was out. Okay, I lied. I was out of the country. I went to Nicaragua when I was like 7. I don't remember that though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it doesn't count. South Korea. You know, I haven't even been outside of California, but I went to Korea. You know,
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
but it was really fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
recommend.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, we're getting pretty close to wrapping up, so I wanted to ask, are there any last minute shout outs or comments that you want to make before we wrap?
Okay, confession. My brother, my 10-year-old brother, Gisselle. Okay, while I was performing, he very much sent me a very, very loud text. Loud, because I could tell he was all caps. He texted me after. He said, "Where's my shout out?" So this is your shout out. Shout out Gisselle, my little brother. I love you very much. Shout out everyone that honestly has taught me so much in music. You know, shout out my lag girls. Shout out Alina. Shout out Ellie. Shout out Will. He's my producer. He helps me with a lot of stuff. Shout out Cami. She choreographs a lot of stuff. Shout out Elaine. She helps me with a lot of visual stuff. Shout out you guys.
Shout out you.
Shout out you guys. Shout out my mom,
Yeah.
my dad, because they would be very upset if I didn't shout them out.
Hey, it's not his month though.
You gotta wait.
Yeah.
Shout out them. And honestly, yeah, shout out everyone that I've worked with and that has, you know, been patient with me as I've grown and like learned a lot and developed. Because I definitely, you know, hopped into a lot of sessions with people. I was very baby and fresh. So I'm sorry you had to experience that side of myself. No, but thank you for being patient. So
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, thank you for coming out. It was
Thank you
really
for having me.
fun.
This was really fun.
Yeah,
Yes, it was
like
fun.
having a whole performance from you and like talking to you. It's just been really fun.
Where can we follow you?
Yes. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, streaming platforms. Good girl Gisselle. Good girl Gisselle. Gisselle. I will do the spelling because people do spell my name.
So fair.
Yeah, y'all better look her up.
Look her up.
Yeah, right now.
And
Right now.
Setlist.
And Setlist. Where can you follow us?
Oh, right here, the cap. Oh my God. I'm looking over
She's
here.
supposed to
That
tell y'all.
camera's dead. Setlist.
Yes. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys can find all of our socials right down below, or visit setlistmedia.com to find all of our social pages, our blogs, photos, so much more there. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah.
And we're clear.